Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Last time we made it to what I believe is actually the final chapter, so it's exciting, looking forward to that. Yeah, here's Clive, shout out Clive. One thing I'll say, I did make a slight miscalculation, so we're gonna have to do one more day of me double recording, so like there's gonna be, I guess for you all, it'll be 2 more days of no editing, so or minimal editing, so apologies for that. But anyways, here's some people. Here's Celeste. So this is the weapon Clive is building. I should check my journal. Did you know about this before? No, I suspected someone was building weapons behind Dimitri's back. But I never imagined that the product of all that research would be this atrocity. In any case, this place is dangerous. You must leave here at once. But what about you? I'm going after Flora. Are you mad? Look at that thing. You could be killed. On that note, there's Don Paolo all of a sudden. Layton's journal, the real mastermind. After the barkeep was unmasked as Dimitri, he told us about the accident at the Institute of Polydimensional Research 10 years ago. His good friend Bill's betrayal must have been terrible, not to mention losing Claire. And someone else is pulling the strings, using Dimitri's desire for revenge for his own gains. I like how there's a cliffhanger in this note, even though you can't possibly read it, and he couldn't have possibly written it until after the reveal of Future Luke's real identity would have happened. I don't know why Future Luke, Clive that is, invited me here, but my reading of the situation appears to have been correct. Ever since he learned the truth about that accident of 10 years ago, he's been preparing, waiting for the right moment to put his plan into action. And now, he has now escaped from the Thames arms and taken Flora with him. I must find him at once. And the mobile fortress awakens. We followed Clive only to be greeted by the sight of an enormous mobile fortress rising from the bottom of the Thames. I wonder if the kidnapped scientists even knew they were creating such a thing. I hate to think of what will happen to London if we don't stop that mechanical monster soon. Well, on that note, let's not move anywhere yet. Let's talk to Chelmy. That maniac Clive's been building a war machine under London this whole time. What madness! Thanks for your insight, buddy. Hey, Don, old Polly boy, what's going on? Isn't this when usually when you like to showboat? You are planning on saving Flora, aren't you, Layton? Of course. But how do I gain access to the fortress's interior? You could try stealing one of its legs. Foolish boy. You'd be squashed flatter than a pancake. Listen, Layton. I did a little work on my car of yours. You can use it to get to the fortress. I thought it was just a set piece to make us believe we're in the future. No, it works and it's waiting for you on top of the hill over there. Hurry. Many thanks, Paul. Don't get emotional on me, Layton. I'm only doing this for Flora. On top of that hill there. What does this mean, on top of the hill? Oh, it means that. Don Paolo isn't kidding. The Laytonmobile's looking great. There we go. There's one thing I need to confess, Layton. This is so embarrassing. What is it, Paul? The truth is, your car's almost fixed, but I don't know which screw to use on this last joint here. But the whole car could fall apart. What are we gonna do? No need to get so shrill. We can figure it out. One of these screws is sure to do the trick. Hey, 118 scrutinized screws, 40 picker So what are we working with here? Only one of the 6 screws shown below A, B, C, D, or F will fit properly into the threaded hole. The width of the hole matches the thickness of the screw, so don't worry about all that. The only tool is a flathead screwdriver. Now hurry, you don't have much time. A flathead screwdriver. Click the correct screw and then tap submit. So I think it's a question of the threading. Oh, flathead screwdriver. Is that the clue saying we can't use B or F? Don't know why I'm putting that on the heads and not the letters. And obviously C's not going to work because it's flat. And E's not going to work because it's too dense. The only question is, like, which way? So if we were facing it this way, right? Like, if this is from head on, from this direction, we can see if we follow this thread, it starts at the top and works its way down, moving towards us. So it's got to be like this, right? So from that, I believe it has to be D. Don't know where you want me to circle. I hate how it's not just like a click button, but whatever.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Look at that. What did I tell you?
Just as I suspected.
Just as I suspected too, Layton. This is the one. I'm sure of it. For once, I gotta give it to you, Layton. That's fine work you did. So is the car ready to ride now? You bet it is, boy. Gentlemen, your chariot awaits. Cutscene? Yeah, it's a cutscene.
I'll go with you.
Don't worry, Celeste. We'll take care of this.
Time's running out. Don't be afraid to floor it.
Understood.
Oh, Layton! Have you gone insane?
Hold on tight, Luke.
I wonder what kind of car it's supposed to be in that. That's not
Our first priority is finding where Clive has taken Flora.
not the right takeaway. But man, the cuts. I don't want to talk just because like the cutscenes are so well done in this game. Like it's like I said, I always say, it's a shame they're so compressed because they really are like, lovely.
Aye, aye, Professor. But this place is huge. It could be anywhere.
Aye, aye, Captain.
First things first, let's find a way in.
Okay. Let's look around. Oh, hit coin immediately. Whoa, look how high up we are, Professor. Oh, up close it looks a bit cobbled together, and it doesn't from far away. I'm guessing the door, because it's the only thing in frame. This door is locked with a puzzle. I wouldn't expect anything less from Clive. Do you know Clive that well? I guess he would have been researching him. It's clear I'm not getting inside without doing some thinking. 119 swapped unlock, 60 pick rats, guessing it's a slidey puzzle. Of course. Oh, it's... this is something. The door below is sealed shut with a mysterious lock using 6 dials that can be swapped and rotated. To open the door, arrange the dials so that gems bordering each other both horizontally and vertically are the same color. Tap and hold the center of the dials to move them, and tap and hold either the edges to rotate them. Tap and hold the edges to rotate them in either direction. Good luck. So, okay, let's start, for example, with like the bottom right here. We need like this. Right, obviously won't work. It's just a matter of matching it up similarly. There are 2 which could work. So this one has to be A or B. Let's just write it down first. These are all kind of ambiguous. I want to like isolate as many variables as I can. So in the spot where A is right now, could be C or F. I don't see any other way to reduce things, so let's try CA first. We'll try L4 and see how much, like, simplification we can do. So CA. Immediately we run into a paradox here, right? Because here we have yellow and yellow. Like, just here we have yellow and yellow, so that can't possibly match. So it can't be C, it has to be F up there. So we can just block that out. We'll put F up here. Can we do the same thing in the bottom with like A or B? A doesn't run into any issues. B won't work for the same reason. So actually, we know this has to be F, we know this has to be A. Alright, that helps a bit. Now I guess we can do the same thing on the spot below F. So like there's that, could be C, B and E won't work. And that can't work either, so it has to be C there. Blue and green opposite each other, it has to be like this. And like this. I believe that's everything. I'm gonna write this down in case I mess up somehow, just out of paranoia, but that looks to be right, doesn't it?
Let's see if I've got this right. Well, that's settled.
It's like I always say, like, if you just list the possibilities and try exhausting them directly, you can usually brute force your way through puzzles like this pretty quickly. And the game started there for a bit, don't know what that was about. Excellent, so puzzle solved, we're free to go in. Great, let's head in. And so we head in. Elevator door. Yeah, this is the puzzle gauntlet the game's gonna put us through, right? This appears to be some sort of elevator. I think we can use it to move about the fortress. Like, we've had a puzzle gauntlet like this in the last 2 games, haven't we? But there are so many buttons, I don't have the slightest clue how to operate it. I don't know why I clicked directly on the door expecting that not to be the trigger here. Hey, you two, step away from the transport pod. Fart noise? And it's Mr. Skeleton Man. Hello. Oh no, we've been spotted. We've come here for the girl Clive kidnapped. Tell us where Flora is at once. Lockjaw. It's an unfortunate name, my man. Flora. Ah, you must mean that pretty thing the boss dragged back here. The boss? So you've been working for Clive all along. Well, you already knew that. Well, yeah, Dimitri was nothing but a puppet. Clive's been our employer from day one. Ah, it all makes sense now. Is there your little friend in the ventilation room? Not that you'll be able to reach her. I wouldn't be so sure about that, he says, smugly, not worried about the situation at all. What's to stop us from taking this transport pod to the ventilation room? You've even been so kind as to leave us an explanation of how to turn on the device. I did not. Except for that note. No worries though, this is written in uncrackable code. Try if you want, but you'll never figure out the instructions. 120 cryptic combo, 50 pick rats. What are we working with? To open the door, you'll need to press the numerical buttons according to the cryptic instructions. Open with a 2, but leave the 4. Pressing just the 2 buttons and leaving the 4 button untouched doesn't work, so how exactly are you supposed to open this door? So thinking immediately, my first thought was something like this, open with a 2, but leave the 4. I don't know what the 4 could be 4 and 14, I think, is going to be the idea, off the top of my head. You could refer to the 4 corners as well, or this 4, which wouldn't be lit up anyways, which makes less sense. I think, like, this is the only other way I can think of making a 2 that makes sense. And this is the only way I can think of leaving a 4 that would immediately make sense. It's another one of those puzzles where it's kind of like it's ambiguous. Also, I noticed there's a 2 up here. I don't see any button. I don't see any pattern in this background pattern that would seem to correspond to any buttons. So I'm gonna assume that's just a red herring or something. I could be wrong, but I think this does make sense. Leaving the 4 as 14 is a little questionable, but whatever. Let's try. Let's see what happens.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Nope. All right. Beautiful.
I must have overlooked something.
Try thinking about it from a different angle. All right. Is it something to do? Open with a 2. Because, I see the 2 up there. I don't know how you would interpret anything like this as, as a button combo, though, right? It's not like there's any immediate patterns that you could implement. You know what? It's one of those puzzles where I think my interpretation could have been correct. So let's just crack one of these. Okay, the door will open if you interpret the instructions correctly. There's nothing tricky going on here. You just need to approach the problem with a different mindset. What if it is just this? We did leave the... Oh, I'm an idiot, because you're leaving 4 buttons out, right? Okay, I thought the 14 thing was little...
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Just as I suspected.
No, that's fair. There, I'm sure the door will be opening any moment now. What? Hey, stop, you guys aren't allowed to go in there. And how are you gonna stop us? You're just a talking head. Come on, David Byrne. I tried to make a joke though. Anyways, come on, Professor, let's go find Flora. Let's see. The ventilation room appears to be located on the 12th floor. Don't you dare step inside there. If you do, I'll make sure you regret it. How? By yelling at us? Alright, and we'll save there. And by there, I mean here. And next time, we're gonna scream and freak out. We're gonna get probably pretty close to finishing the game, so look forward to that, I guess. For now, we'll call it here, and as always, thank you for watching.